Hi everyone, here's your opening round front nine free video guide here for the Korean Classic Tournament in Expert Division on the channel. A thumb up would be massively appreciated and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Remember, take a token or two, test out these shots, tweak the adjustments where necessary according to your clubs, balls and play style. But loads of drops here to get you started. Good luck and don't forget to check the back nine out on the channel as well. Here we go. In this wind angle, we're going to go for an easy eagle with a Titan. We are adding spin first, 5.8 top spin only, setting up at P3 max rest with APOC 5 plus, ball guide pointing down the middle of that piece of fairway. Then I switch to a power 1 ball and then back to a Titan, because then that automatically shifts my target back. Now, if you're using APOC 4, you do exactly the same thing. You would stretch out 1.7 rings into overpower to find your position. Then you switch to your power 1 ball, back to your power 3. But then after you adjust, which is max plus 10 power 3 settings, you would then push up 1.7 rings. Full overpower with the slow needle bounces in the middle of the fairway pad and rolls nicely to the side of the green for an easy end bring a school wedge. Here in this nice crosswind angle, we're going to go for a rough bump, adding spin first. And you can see I'm going with 0.2 backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Then find the funnel here. It's a very small funnel, but it is findable. There will be a small gap between the yellow ring and the top rough line, but make sure you're in the middle of the funnel there. You could see I was moving left and right. Ball guide was still going to the hole. And that's the spot you want to be in. Mid plus 45, power 3 settings. So it is going to be a fair amount of rings to pull. I would make 2 pulls over the bullseye here, as I do in the video, and use Grizzly 9 numbers, even though you may have Grizzly 7 or 8. Stick with Grizzly 9 numbers in your wind app. So mid plus 45, power 3. Might need a wind angle tweak or two. Pretty level crosswind though, to be honest, so a perfect ball away will have a very good chance. Take care of your pull angle, be as accurate as you can, and we drop for the hole in one. Nasty wind angle here. I'm looking for a safe eagle outside chance of albatross. 4 top spin, 2 bars left spin, and with the quarterback at P3 max rest, find the position there with the ball guide aiming. You could see about a quarter of the way along from the left edge of the bunker to the right edge if you were looking at it all across. So try and replicate that position there. It's hard without any further ring references. Then we switch to APOC and Cataclysm bag, adjust max plus 10 power 3, and then we're going to take our shot. And the idea here is a very safe layup down the kind of snake-like fairway, skipping over the rough and rolling towards the next section of short grass. We're not going to threaten the bunker though, rolling very nicely there. You're going to be around 335 yards. Second shot, we're going to add spin first. And I would go with between 0 and 1 top spin, depending on your drive, and always 2 bars of right spin. Here you can see the second bounce is about 1 ring away from the fringe, and I'm aiming 1 green square to the right of the hole. Here, regardless of my plus yards, because I found the drive distance to be very consistent, I'm always playing this max plus 15. However, what I would recommend you do here is put a tweak or two. If you want to go more for the albatross, you can do, but this really is a safe eagle with this nasty wind angle. You can see the pace is good. We're just missing about 1 green square to the right hand side. NMT shot here, so preload with the sniper and the kingmaker. You've got your landing position sorted. Then we're adding spin. Now here it's 4.1 backspin, so 4 and a click, and then we're going with 1 bar of left spin. Adjustment here, mid plus 25 power 3 settings. As you can see, we've got 8.4 wind here. This is going to work in all kingmaker winds. But obviously it's up to you to try and tweak according to wind strength, wind angle, if you can. Mid plus 25 power 3, use sniper 10 numbers, but a nice easy NMT setup. Decent chance for hole in one, but this is a very, very tricky par 3 indeed. No chance to send it really unless you've got really good clubs and a special ball. So this is a no movement target shot with a quarterback and a power 3 ball. Then we add spin. After switching to our Apocalypse bag, of course, 5.8 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Adjust max plus 10 power 3. And then we're going to go with full overpower. It's going to be a nice slow needle, and we're playing with outer wall curl to the right. Perfect ball away, and this is just a very safe drive down the fairway. Going to get us a decent distance though, and that's going to be fairly good for our second shot at least. Even in a shorter rollout here with 369. Occasionally I've been a little bit longer than that though, and you've got a clear shot regardless. Here, 2 top spin, 2 right spin, and here I'm aiming with the second bounce about a ring and a half before the fringe, aiming at the pin. Now, +1 with the landing position shown there. I'm playing this one 75% slider, 10% elevation. What I would advise you to do here though is when you're taking your shot, apply 2 clicks of overpower, and you'll see why coming up, because the first bounce here is a little bit closer to the rough, and I would hate for any of you to land directly in the rough if you've got higher wind or more headwind angles. So maybe just safeguard that with a couple of clicks of overpower. You're still going to get safely on the green, and we were very, very close for an albatross, even playing from distance there with a cat. NMT with the quarterback and a power 3 ball. Then we switch to APOC bag. 5.8 top spin, 3 bars left spin, adjust max plus 10 power 3 settings, max plus 10 P3, making our adjustment there for me, that is 6.6 rings, and then we're going with full overpower, and we are going with 2 ball curl to the left. A little bit of a shake on the needle for APOC 5+, won't be too bad with APOC 4, but of course always take a token, try and get your eye in on that overpower there. Bouncing on the island in the sand, rolling onto the green. If you want to tweak the curl, you can. There's a chance of a hole-in-one on this par 4. If you're enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to support that and help keep it free, we've launched a brand new patreon.com homepage. There is the link. There are lots of perks if you want to become a member over there. All support of the channel is massively appreciated, and it will help, of course, to continue to provide the Golf Clash content here for you. So please go and check that out over at patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. Small tweak to the curl needed on this attempt on this par 3. Before spin though, white ring, as always on this hole for me, touching the bunker and the rough at the same time. Then we're going to add our spin with the Grizzly, and that is going to be 2.8 backspin and 3 bars left spin. Okay, 2.8 back, 3 left. Then we adjust mid plus 25 power 3 settings. I would recommend you keep the wind below 8 if you can, otherwise you might be adjusting into overpower with higher wind strengths, and also with Grizzly 7 and 8. Here that took me to +4, so there is room, but maybe not that much room if you had a wind of 9 miles an hour with a lower level club. Here I'm playing with just a little bit more than half a ball curl to the left, maybe a couple of clicks more, and I'm going with circle drop overpower. A little tweak to the curl needed, take a token or two, get a feel for the shot. Very good speed though, just burning the edge on the right hand side. Here we are going to adjust max plus 10 power 3, but before that this is a no movement shot with a power 3 ball. So NMT. Then I'm here adding spin. I'm going with 1.2 backspin and 1 bar of side spin to the right. I'm using a Titan. I don't believe you really need to use a Kingmaker here. And I like the Titan because it gives us a slower needle speed, because we're adjusting more away from the max line. So max plus 10 power 3, NMT, like I say, with the Apocalypse. If you've got APOC 4 though, after you adjust you will need to push up 1.7 rings to compensate for the distance. Now I swapped to a Navigator. You don't need to do that. It does give you a shaky needle. I go with a little bit of curl to the right and hit perfect. If you don't want to risk the shaky needle, then stick with the Titan. It will give you a slow needle. APOC 4, always go with the Titan, please. Drive distance around 350 leaves you a very simple wedge, Endbringer School method, 20% elevation, Be careful of glitch or dead spots on this green though, so just move your target around, make sure you're in a smooth area. Then you're going to go 20% elevation, no spin as usual, but use the power ball settings of the ball you're using. So if you did swap to a navigator, go P1. If you played with your Titan, go power 3. If you went with a luminary, of course, you go power 5. But make sure you measure your distance accordingly and check for those glitchy areas. More information on the Embringer method on my Academy tutorial playlist, but all being well, you're going to be in for a nice easy eagle. We're going to set up with the quarterback here, white ring touching the rough at P3 max rest. Then we swap to APOC and Grizzly bag. 5.5 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the left. Adjustment here is going to be max distance, 10% elevation. For me, that is 6.6 rings, but you should always use a calculator and check the rings yourself due to different wind strengths and club accuracies. Once we have adjusted, time to take our shot. We're going to play with 1.5 ball of left curl just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. And we're going to write down our drive distance here because I'm going to use it for a second shot adjustment. Bouncing in the shadow there, rolling and down the fairway to the drive distance here of around 340 yards. Second shot, I played this one 30 elevation. I would recommend you try 35 though. Half a bar of backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Then I'm aiming at the pin. Then I'm going to do a re-spin. So second spin now, we're going to keep the backspin, but we are reducing to 2 bars of right spin instead. So I'm taking away 1 bar of right spin, keeping the backspin the same. That gives me the offset that I need. 342, I would recommend you play 42% slider, but instead of 30 elevation, I would go with 35 as a suggested tweak here. Use Grizzly 9 numbers, and here I am making 2 pulls over the bullseye. With the recommended tweak here, I believe that should get you in, but as always, take a token or two and do a test yourself. You might need a further tweak, but that would be my recommendation based on the miss here in the video. You can see I'm just missing this one to the right hand side. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.